Hello everyone. Today we're going to be reviewing Lay's Mediterranean pizza flavor. So this is one of Lay's new flavors from their Flavors of the World series. And I suspect that this might be a trial run. Reason being is I haven't seen it very often. I've seen it for the first time in my life today. And I am very curious about it. They are okay. So there's three different flavors it has. So it has a Mexican, a Mediterranean, and a Korean flavor. And yeah, so Mediterranean, I expect it to have tomatoes, the umami tomatoes. Like I think the San Marzano breed or the Roma breed. Then I expect it to have olive oil. I expect it to have garlic. I don't know, maybe fishy. I doubt it'll be fishy, but fish is also a Mediterranean flavor, isn't it? So if we see the ingredients, we see none of those things. So I'm very curious, will this actually taste Mediterranean or not? So let's get into this. Wow. Okay, so immediately I smell herbs, oregano, basil, thyme. Okay. It has the Mediterranean spices, or the herbs rather. And these ridges seem to be large. I think they're larger than the standard Lay's ridges. I don't remember Lay's ridges being this large. So let's try them. So immediately they have a tomatoey, olive oily flavor. So its flavor is, it is Mediterranean, but it feels like an Americanized Mediterranean flavor. Okay, so there are two types of Italians, right? There's Italians from Italy, and then there's the American Italians. And they have a very distinct culinary style. This tastes more American Italian than actual Italian. Which isn't to say that it's not good. This is brilliant. It's actually a very nice tasting chip. But it has a really big issue. And I think that has something to do with these larger ridges. You see, this chip isn't as crunchy as normal Lay's is. So, when you first bite into it, it has a good snap, but it very quickly turns mushy. Sort of like how Pringles turns mushy after you bite it the first time. Now it just becomes like slop or sludge or something disgusting. So this has that similar quality to Pringles. Actually, it has a similar quality to those 2-Yum Ridge chips. No, Lay's Max. Lay's Max has a similar texture. And I'm not sure if these are whole potatoes cut, or if they're sort of grinded potatoes squished together like Pringles are. But if it's the latter, it's very disappointing because it's a very terrible way to make a chip. And if it's the former, I'm curious why these aren't as crunchy as other Lay's are. So all in all, the flavor is very nice, but it's too subtle. Now, Mediterranean cooking does not employ much spices. It primarily uses fresh herbs. It uses some fermented stuff, like fish sauce and all. Uh, it uses a lot of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables and all, like celery, tomato, garlic, aromatics like garlic, rosemary, basil, all these aromatics it uses. So it's not something which is very high on spice, which is authentic to what Mediterraneans eat. But Mediterraneans, their food it's still very flavorful, right? Mediterranean food is extremely flavorful. It's just not very spicy. This is not spicy, but it's not as flavorful as I'd like it to be. They should have added a bit more of this masala mix liquid. That would really elevate this chip. It is a little bit bland. Other than that, the texture is very mediocre. Not at all expected from Lay's, which has the standard Lay's is probably the best texture chip in the market. It has other flavors as well, the Korean one and the Mexican one, and I'm extremely excited to try them if I can find them at all. I found these completely by chance. Hopefully I'll find the other two flavors. I don't like going out of my way to find chips. I do enjoy it, but I don't want to buy something which is too obscure or something like that, right? I want to review chips that you guys can find and eat. And you go to a store and you find something. You go to any normal store and you find a new flavor of something and you wonder how it is. I want to be there to tell you, okay, how exactly it is, if it's good, if it's not. When chips are too obscure now, it becomes irrelevant to review them because no one will ever try them. So it's not very relevant. So I hope this also isn't irrelevant. I hope that these are available in more stores because I want to try them, and I think these are worth trying for the everyday chip eater. For the enthusiast, these are obviously enthusiasts must try every single chip, right? That's what we do. For the everyday chip eater, if you're not so stuck up about texture and you are fine with a bit mushier chip, but you want to try a flavor which you've never had before, this is very good. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you all next time. Hopefully I find the other flavors, and if I do, I will make sure to tell you all about them. Bye bye.